and welcome back to Dystrophy Diaries and another solo episode I'm really excited to film. So this one, I recently had my hen do and I posted some pictures and got a lot of comments and likes about it, so I asked everybody, would you like a little story time about my hen do? And surprisingly, quite a lot of you said you'd like to hear all about it and how it went, so I thought, why not do a little story time and you can relive my hen do with me. So I honestly had probably one of the best weekends I've had in a long time. There was a group of 8 of us, so all of our best friends, our little friendship group, and we went for 2 nights to go and stay in this little, it wasn't in this nice little Airbnb in Chester, and it was a big surprise for me. Normally I plan everything. I'm a bit of a control freak. I don't really like surprises, but my maid of honor, Harriet, said, I will happily plan it all and you just turn up. And so I didn't really know what I was gonna walk into. I had no idea what the plans were for the weekend. It was a complete surprise for me, which was, a new experience. I'm so used to being in control of everything. This was a really new thing for me. But I got there and they had all arrived before me, and it was my friend Anna who was taking me. She was like, "Oh, I'll drive, it's your Hendil. You just relax, it's all about you, an easy weekend." And we got there and I walked in and they all started serenading me with Bruno Mars's Marry You, and they decorated everywhere full of loads of pictures of all of us through the years, pictures of me in my childhood, really embarrassing pictures that they've clearly got from my mum, clearly got her in cahoots with it. But it was so cute, and they had loads of decorations. They had a big Costco cake on the table. They'd thought of everything. And for the first night, we all got in our matching pajamas. We all had matching PJs. And we did a karaoke night. We played some games. We got a takeaway and just had a really fun girly night, one big sleepover. And they gave me this box that had loads of things in it, and on it was the agenda for the weekend. And when I opened it, I saw that for the Saturday, so the next day, we were all going for brunch at my wedding venue, which I thought was the cutest idea ever, because none of them have been to the wedding venue before, and I didn't actually realise we were only 15 minutes down the road from it. And it was just such a sweet idea for us all to be able to go together, for me to show them where I'll be getting married and have that nice little time together before the big day, really. So I loved that. And I loved that they'd even thought of that, because I don't think that's something I would have necessarily thought to do. And that was amazing. And then we came back and we ate some cake, had some lunch, and then we did a paint and sip where they all painted pictures of me, which, oh my gosh, honestly, some of them are just so amazing, and mine is rubbish. Because I joined in and I thought, oh, okay, I'll have a go. And I think it's really difficult trying to paint yourself in general. Oh, but God, it's rubbish. Honestly, I feel like everybody else's is quite artistic and they've put a lot of thought into it. And then there's just mine that honestly is practically like a stick man with a fat head. So, not gonna win prizes for that one. But it was a lot of fun and I had the best time. I think what I'm gonna do is, because they're all little on like a little canvas, I'm gonna try and get a big picture frame and like stick them all in it and then put it up in my dressing room, and so it'll be like a little collage of everybody's picture, because honestly they're just so lovely. Like there's a couple that are of me and Bobby, there's a couple that are of me in like my dress or like related to the venue, and yeah, they're too good to not put up. um but honestly it was just such a fun weekend with everybody, and it was probably like the most I've done in a weekend in, gosh, in many months. I think especially since before, I've obviously been a bit under the weather around December time. I think I was obviously very excited for my hen do, and was really looking forward to spending the weekend with all my best friends and making those memories. But I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't also quite anxious about it. Um, for me, like going to stay over anywhere else can be quite daunting. From an access perspective, and because my home, it, I've got my own little routine. I get around it okay. Everything's in a place where I can get it. Like it works, and I'm comfortable here. But going into somewhere where you've never stayed before, and even places that sometimes say, oh, we're accessible, you'll get there and they're not. You need to really see it and test it out to know if it works for you. And I was just quite apprehensive of getting there, and what if I couldn't manage it? What if it was too much? What if I couldn't get round the place comfortably? And it's also the first time I've seen a lot of my friends since I've been unwell. Obviously, with my beta blocker situation in December and catching COVID. And, I'm quite aware that my mobility maybe isn't as good at the moment as it was when I last saw a lot of them. And I was definitely nervous about just how it was going to be at the weekend. I was really worried that I was going to let anybody down, if I didn't feel very well or if I couldn't do something, because I knew a lot of planning and effort had gone into it. But I'm very lucky that my friends are like honestly really wonderful and really understanding and really patient. And if I needed at any point to say that I wasn't okay, they were fine with it. We took regular breaks. Everybody genuinely just wanted it to be the perfect hen do for me. And if I needed to just stay in bed for a day, that was going to be fine. And yeah, that really does make a big difference. And I think it's really kind of given me a lot more confidence again to go in on these types of weekends, and to know that I can do these weekends and that I'll be okay. I can manage, I can go on these little girly trips and have a great time and make some great memories. And so it's really, I feel, kind of given me my sparkle back a bit. And yeah, I think it's really done me the world of good to go and just make some fun memories, have a great time with everybody, spend some time with my friends, and view it as a success. I might have had a few moments where I didn't feel too great, but I paced myself. I looked after myself, did what I needed to do to be able to be okay, and it all went fine. So that's a big win in my book. And I do think when you have some access struggles, the more you do these things and the more you have these successes and the more great memories you make by stepping out your comfort zone, the more confidence it gives you. And the more you just realise that you can adapt to things and you can manage, and that people generally will help and support you if they know how to, and if you communicate with them what best way they can help and support you. Honestly, I think now that I've had my hen do, it feels like the wedding is just imminent. Like, when I was sat there on the Friday night with everybody, we were all in our pajamas, we were chatting. I think it just kind of hit me a bit oh my gosh, this is my hen do. It's actually happening. And yeah, I mean, it just doesn't feel real. It feels crazy that I'm gonna be getting married so soon. And I'm just so excited. I don't remember the last time I felt this much excitement just for one thing. I've got a lot of planning to still do at the moment in the run up to the wedding. And I'm really enjoying it. I can't wait for the big day. It sounds like it's going to be so much fun with everybody. And I just can't wait to marry my best friend, honestly. I can't wait to be, in my full bride form, in my full bride attire, and get to be with all my friends and all my family and just get to have such a special day. I think I'll obviously have to do a podcast debrief after the wedding. I think I'll have to do a little episode dedicated to the wedding. I might see if Carl will join me again. I'm not going to hold my breath on that, but it's worth a try. It's worth an ask. And yeah, I can't wait. I hope everything goes okay. I'm sure it will do, but even if it doesn't, there's always something that goes wrong. You have to just keep moving forward. But honestly, I think I'm so proud of how I managed, if I'm honest, do the hen do, because I was really nervous beforehand, I can't lie. But I honestly had the best time, and it's really boosted my confidence again, after having such a not great time of late with my health, and I think that really was just what I needed. And yeah, I think now I'm fully ready for the big day. I think if there's anything that I would have liked to have probably said to my younger self, who may be worrying about a hen do, just don't overthink it. You have to just do what works for you. You've got really great friends and people around you that just wanted to make it perfect for you, and just don't worry. Everything always works out in the end. I think the next proper story time that I have with you will probably be about my wedding. I've got podcasts between now and the wedding, and then I'll probably have a week or two break to enjoy, wedding bliss. But then probably my first episode back after the wedding will be me telling you all about how it went. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed hearing all about my little hen do weekend. And yeah, thank you for listening.